Hey, hi everyone. Welcome back. So guys, as part of our previous session, we have seen a brief overview on an arrays. So let us see a brief overview on for each loop and as well as a for loop on this particular array. So I have created a simple program, and from the previous program I just copied that array and I have defined that array in order to print all the values. If you remember, we have studied a couple of methods on an array. So the first method that we have studied out over there is dot length method, which will be to get the total number of values in an array. And here array name of index, basically that will be getting that index value, right? So here I'm gonna use this particular for loop. I is equal to 0 as the index, it is starting from the 0. I less than emp name dot length I plus plus. And this time what I'm doing here, console.log of emp names of I. So here if you see, the loop is starting from the 0 and it will circulate on all the values present in an array. So here initially the I value is 0, then 1, then 2, so that it will be retrieving on all the values present in that particular array. So if you look at this particular program, the output is being printing down to the console. Perfectly all right. So this is a for loop. And the same chunk we can do using a for each loop also. Okay, the same chunk we can do using a for each loop also. So here for each loop. So basically, what is the significance of this particular for each? So this for each method ideally calls a function. Okay, so this ideally calls a function and iterates this function on all the elements present in an array. Okay, this calls a function and iterate that function logic on all the elements present in that array. Okay, present in that array. Okay, perfect. So let us see this particular syntax right now. So array dot for each. Okay, array dot for each, and it's gonna be the function. So I'm defining that particular function. Of course, you can have that particular logic separately. So this function, you will be calling down that function separately. Okay, so this is the way how exactly we can define it. So here what I am doing right now here is function print data, and this print data is accepting the names, and here console.log of that particular name. So I was just printing that particular name. And now this for each loop would be working on this array itself. So here array dot, and I am using this for each, and I am calling that a print data. Call this a print data. So what it's gonna happen, for each and every value present in that particular emp name, execute this function. So when I run it, if you see, this logic is being executing and it's being printing down to the console. Somehow when you compare to the for loop, the for each loop is a bit tricky and a kind of a confusing, but depending on the situation, right, we will be using the for each loop in the real world. Okay, perfectly all right. See you again in the next lecture. Thank you.